Have you ever considered how different your life might be if you stopped judging others and yourself? This is the essence of non-judgment, a concept steeped in various philosophical and spiritual traditions. It's not about adopting a passive approach to life, rather it's about cultivating a more open and understanding mindset. Non-judgment encourages us to view the world, others, and ourselves without the lens of preconceived notions or biases. It's like wiping the fog off a mirror to see your true reflection. It's a shift from a narrow, often critical perspective to a broader, more compassionate viewpoint. This change in perspective can profoundly enhance the quality of your life. Imagine a world where instead of criticism, there was understanding. Instead of judgment, there was acceptance. This is the potential power of non-judgment. Non-judgment is not about ignoring wrongs, but about seeing things as they are without letting our biases color our perception. Now let's dive into an intriguing principle known as the law of one. This principle, at its most fundamental, is a doctrine of unity, a belief in the interconnectedness of all beings. To truly grasp the essence of this law, imagine a vast, intricate web. Each strand symbolizes an individual, while the web as a whole represents the universe. Just as a ripple in one part of the web affects the entire structure, so too do our actions and thoughts impact the collective consciousness. The law of one suggests that we are all linked, not just in a metaphorical sense, but in a very real, tangible way. It asserts that we are all fragments of the same whole, each playing a unique role, yet intrinsically connected to the rest. This interconnectedness implies that any judgment we pass on to others, in essence, is a judgment we pass on to ourselves. We as individuals are merely reflections of one another, mirrors displaying the same image from different angles. Does this sound a bit abstract? Let's break it down. Imagine a situation where you find yourself judging someone else's actions. According to the law of one, you're not just judging them, but also a part of yourself. This is because their actions, their existence, are a part of the universal web just like you. They are a part of the same whole that you belong to, a part of the same consciousness. So when we judge others, we are actually viewing a reflection of ourselves. We are criticizing an aspect of our collective self, an aspect that we share. This perspective can be quite transformative. It can shift our perception from a place of judgment to a place of understanding, empathy, and ultimately, love. Understanding the law of one can radically shift the way we perceive ourselves and others, leading us towards a path of non-judgment. It encourages us to be more compassionate, more accepting, and more understanding. For in the end, we are all one, interconnected in this vast web of existence. You might be wondering, how are non-judgment and the law of one connected? Well, let's delve into that. The law of one, in its simplest form, speaks to the concept that we are all one. That is, every person, every creature, every grain of sand is interconnected in a grand cosmic tapestry. This is not just a philosophical concept, but a realization that can transform the way we perceive and interact with the world around us. Non-judgment, on the other hand, is the practice of observing without labeling, of experiencing without evaluating. It's the ability to see things as they are, without the filters of our biases and preconceptions. So how do these concepts intersect? The connection lies in the essence of oneness and acceptance. When we practice non-judgment, we are essentially acknowledging the oneness of all things. We are accepting that each individual, each event, each moment is a part of the whole, and therefore inherently valuable and deserving of respect. By practicing non-judgment, we begin to see the world through the lens of the law of one. We recognize the interconnectedness of all things and start to understand that our actions, our thoughts, and our feelings are not isolated, but ripple out, influencing the grand tapestry of existence. Moreover, when we embrace non-judgment, we allow ourselves to be open to the experiences and perspectives of others, fostering empathy, understanding, and unity. We free ourselves from the constraints of bias and preconception, allowing us to fully engage with the world and people around us. In essence, non-judgment becomes a pathway, a bridge that leads us to embody the principles of the law of one. It's a practice that cultivates acceptance, fosters unity, and ultimately brings us closer to understanding and embodying the interconnectedness of all things. By embracing non-judgment, we begin to embody the law of one, realizing that we are all interconnected. And as we move through life with this understanding, we can truly begin to experience the profound beauty and mystery of our shared existence. So, how can we apply non-judgment in our daily life? Well, it starts with small conscious steps. Begin by noticing your thoughts. Pay attention to when you find yourself labeling, categorizing, or making assumptions about people, situations, or yourself. This awareness is the first step towards non-judgment. Next, cultivate curiosity. Instead of labeling something as good or bad, ask yourself, why might this be happening, or what can I learn from this? By adopting a curious mindset, you open yourself up to understanding rather than judgment. Another powerful tool is practicing empathy. Try to see the world from others' perspectives. This doesn't mean you have to agree with them, but understanding where they're coming from can help reduce judgment. Now let's talk about the benefits of applying non-judgment in daily life. One of the most significant benefits is improved relationships. When we stop judging, we become more accepting and understanding, leading to deeper and more meaningful connections. Non-judgment can also lead to personal growth. By suspending judgment, we create a safe space for self-exploration and self-improvement. We become more open to new experiences, ideas, and perspectives, which can foster growth and development. Not to mention, non-judgment can reduce stress and anxiety. When we let go of judgment, we let go of the pressure to be perfect or to have everything figured out. We allow ourselves to be human, and that can be incredibly liberating. But remember, practicing non-judgment is not about eliminating all critical thinking. It's about making sure our judgments are not clouded by bias, prejudice, or preconceived notions. It's about seeing things as they truly are, not as we think they should be. So give it a try. Start small, be patient with yourself, and remember, this is a practice, not a perfect. You're not expected to get it right all the time. The goal is to keep trying, keep learning, and keep growing. Remember, practicing non-judgment is a journey, not a destination. It's about progress, not perfection. To sum up, non-judgment and the law of one are two powerful concepts that can transform our lives. We've journeyed through the understanding of non-judgment, explored the profound law of one, and how these two elements intertwine to create a harmonious existence. We've seen how the practice of non-judgment can foster an environment of acceptance and compassion, breaking down walls of division and creating unity. Understanding the law of one helps us realize that we are all interconnected, all parts of a single, vast entity. This realization, coupled with the practice of non-judgment, can lead to profound shifts in our perception, our relationships, and our overall quality of life. So let's commit to practicing non-judgment daily. Let's strive to understand and apply the law of one, to live in harmony with ourselves and those around us. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe and like. Remember, the path to non-judgment begins with a single step, so why not take that step today?